Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
Hey, could count on my power, and look at my dogs. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did you let it go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Ay, met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that can do what I does. Need a light year just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
She-Rag got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and wanna see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that wanna keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said, I got good news and I got bad news. Okay. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay, look.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Their own 26-yard line.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella.
At their own 25-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, 66 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Gone. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down.
They'll run on first down with Akers. Akers hit. He coughs it up. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
1st and 10.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
First down, Drake. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
On the tackle.
He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
brings up.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Shotgun now from Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. That's going to be caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Murray now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding pass.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And I think the offense got it back. Yes, they did. At the 2-yard line is where they'll have it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to back them up almost a full 10 yards. It's going to be a loss of 9 officially, and it's 4th down. Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. Gonzalez's kick is good, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 21.
He starts with a give to Akers.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's tackled.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Out of the gun, Goff. Man open, it's Kupp, he's got it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A Ram first down as Goff finds Kupp. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
On the give, this is Akers.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Drake. A first down and more for Drake. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once it threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 10. Goff again. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass?
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Drake. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Murray. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Now Goff on first down. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. Now Goff. Quickly from Goff to Kupp. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Murray. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Murray. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory.
That's good.
The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing again, Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And they're able to up the lead by one more.
Makes the score Cardinals 24. Rams 7.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
By Byron Murphy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The final shot before break here. Goff. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. His throw incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now Drake loses the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. On 1st down, Akers. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Akers, the ball carrier.
But they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Steps away to his left. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
The 32-yard line.
Down, Drake again. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 now.
2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
They run toss to the right with Drake. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards.
On the play.
Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 28. He's at the 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the table and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Come on, let's go. 40 wants the mic. 40 wants the mic.
Running, it's Dre. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Tight end right, tight end right. 4 down, 4 down.
On the give, this is Drake. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Off play action to Akers. Here's Goff.
Going up top for Kupp. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 47. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep. Handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
8-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. 11 yards there. First down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
On the carry is Edmonds. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Let's bring it. 41 Mike.
The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning.
Zane Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, that means talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Let's get off the field, D. 41 Mike. 41 Mike.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
The ball carrier.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
9 brings up 2nd and 1.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Cut. 41's the Mike. 41's the Mike. Check, 41. Hey.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Ridiculous with words, such a force of nature. I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. They run it with Benjamin. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Hey, 41's Mike. 41's Mike. Russell Rowe.
Gets this to Isabella on the jet sweep. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now a give to Edmonds. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Jalen Ramsey.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Today's final score, Cardinals.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cardinals, they continue to keep pace for that.
Yo, who told us we ain't gonna win, man? Really? He's a bozo. Really? Yeah. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want